Hey guys, welcome to another Tuesday edition of the Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. My name is Nick. It's Tuesday, time to talk about some new releases coming out this Friday, August 26th. There's actually it's a big week for records. There's over 500 albums coming out this Friday. I've got actually 20 that I'm going to talk about today though. There's a bunch of links down below, so make sure you go check all those out. There's links for the Vinyl Den Facebook group, for the Vinyl Den merch page. There's also links for the Spotify and Apple Music weekly playlist that we put together, and also a link to the Patreon page. So make sure you go check all that out. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me the old thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I release new episodes. Like I said in the intro, over 500 titles coming out this week. I'm going to talk about 20 of them, which is more than I think I've ever talked about in any of these new release videos. But if there's something I don't talk about on the show today, make sure you drop me a comment down below. Let me know what else is coming out, because sometimes I do miss stuff, especially when there's 500 albums coming out. And I'll also say that if you're unable to find any of these in your local record store, I'll put links down below for at least to be able to pick all these should be available on Amazon, with the exception of there's two Walmart exclusives coming out this Friday, and there is one album that isn't available. At least when I looked it up on Amazon, it says it's no longer available, so they must have sold through them. But my local record store, Dearborn Music, at least at the time of shooting this video, has copies available. So I'll put a link there down below if you're looking for any of those albums. So the first one I got on my list is one that I've actually had on my Discogs want list for a while. I've never bought it. It's not because it's super expensive, at least previous issues of it, but it's just one I've just never bought. But I'm actually glad, because I'll hold off and buy the one that's coming out this week, even though it is a little bit more expensive. But this is a various artist release. This is called Back Against the Wall, and this is a tribute album to the classic 1979 Pink Floyd album, The Wall. It's a double LP. It's on red vinyl. This was originally released back in 2005, so it's been available for a while. And there's been several releases of this over the years. And this album has some of the biggest names in progressive rock on it, all doing the tracks that are on the wall. It's going to $35 online. So, double LP, it's kind of what they've been going for these days. The next one, this is Silk Sonic, An Evening with Silk Sonic. If you're unfamiliar with who Silk Sonic is, they are a supergroup of Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. Fantastic album, one that I've loved since it came out, and this is the first time it's going to be available on vinyl also. So this was a winner of 4 Grammys this year, including Record of the Year and Song of the Year. Like I said, some huge hits were on this album. And this is going to run you $28 online. It's not terribly priced. And there's a yellow Walmart exclusive also that's going to be out this Friday that runs the same price as the ones off of Amazon. So that's definitely one that I've actually had on pre-order for a while, because, like I said, I love that album. It's a fantastic album. This week you've also finally got the reissues of the 3 Bad Astronaut albums being released. If you're not familiar with who Bad Astronaut is, they were a rock band in the early 2000s, and they were actually a side project of the band Lagwagon. Just some great rock. I love all 3 of these albums. All 3 of them are fantastic. And I actually bought the Bad Astronaut box set when it came out last year, so I'm going to pass on all 3 of these. I'm not sure what the difference is. I'm not sure. I know the box set, all of them were on colored vinyl. I didn't see if these were colored or if these were going to be black releases. I didn't see anything online for them. The first one here, this is from 2001. This was their debut album, Acrophobe. It's going to run you $17 online. And Acrophobe was actually originally released on vinyl when it was released. But it hasn't been available since 2001 until that box set came out. So this is the first time since the debut that's been available as an individual release. So I definitely love that album. Also, you've got Houston, We Have a Drinking Problem being released, which is a great title for an album. But this was originally released back in 2002. And where Acrophobe is a single LP, Houston, We Have a Drinking Problem is a double LP. So it's going to be a little bit more. It's going to be $27 online. And then probably my favorite Bad Astronaut album, 12 Small Steps, One Giant Disappointment. This was originally released back in 2006. And there was a delay in releasing this. This was recorded back in 2005. And then the band's drummer died. So it was when they released this album, is also when they announced that there would be no more Bad Astronaut. The band would not continue on without their drummer. So there's like that delay. But it's going to be the same price as the Houston, We Have a Drinking Problem. Both of those can be $27 online. Both of them, like I said, both of those albums, all 3 of those albums are absolutely fantastic. So if you're not familiar with Bad Astronaut, definitely make sure you go check them out. Blondie has 2 big box sets being released this week. One is a 4 LP box set, and the other one is a 10 LP box set. So the 4 LP set's gonna run you $138 online, and then the big 10 LP set is gonna run you $407. So a huge price difference. Obviously, going from 4 albums to 10 albums, they're gonna be that big jump in price. But the 4 LP set is a best of the rarities and outtakes from the bigger box set. And then the 10 LP set is the first 6 Blondie albums, and there's 124 songs in this box set. 36 of them are unreleased. It also comes with a 120-page discography book and then a 144-page hardcover book. I'm definitely a fan of Blondie, especially the early period of Blondie. But I probably wouldn't get the 4 LP set because it doesn't come with all the studio stuff that the big box set comes with. But I just can't spend $400 on that kind of box set. But if you are a Blondie fan, that's definitely a cool one to grab. And then also this week you've got Curtis Mayfield Superfly soundtrack coming out. I love this. The Superfly soundtrack I think is one of the best soul and funk albums of the 70s. Absolutely love this one. This is a double LP. This is original release back in 72, so this is actually the 50th anniversary release of this album. And the second disc comes with demos and alternate mixes on there, so definitely a cool one to check out. It's going to run you $34 online either, so it's not terribly priced. So definitely, if I can get that, I probably will pick up the Superfly soundtrack, like I said, just because I love that album so much. There's also a few 80s bands that are having big reissues this week. This first one, this is Dangerous Toys' Pissed. This was originally released back in 1994. It's going to be on red vinyl. This is the third studio album from Dangerous Toys. They were one of those like hard rock, kind of glam rock kind of bands from the 80s, early 90s. And this is going to run you $27 online. It is a really good album. It's probably one of my favorite Dangerous Toys albums. It's a little different than their first 2 albums. You've also got Dokken Greatest Hits coming out this Friday. This was originally released back in 2010. And Dokken is one of those bands that I'd be fine just having a Greatest Hits collection of. This is going to run you $30 online. My issue with this, it looks really cool. It's on a blue and black splatter vinyl, so it does look really cool. My issue with this, though, is all of these tracks, there's 2 new tracks, and then everything else was re-recorded on there. I'm just not a fan of re-recorded tracks. I know bands have been doing that over the last several years with some of their greatest hits collections. Some of them turn out really good, some of them not so much. I haven't listened to this, so I definitely need to go and check it out online, at least stream it and listen to it myself. This week you've also got Twisted Sister Donington being reissued. This is a live album recorded in Donington, England back in 1983. It's on it's on purple, black, and white splatter vinyl, so it probably looks pretty cool. It's going to run you $29 online. I actually thought this came out earlier this year, but when I was looking into this, it says never available on vinyl before, so I guess when it was supposed to come out last month or the month before, I guess it must have got pushed back because at least they're advertising it as never available before. So I don't know. If somebody out there knows any different, make sure you drop me a comment down below and let me know. All right, we hit the halfway mark through the list. We got a couple of new releases coming out this week also. You got Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale, and the Big Steppers. I absolutely love this album. This is a double album. It came out on CD and digitally back in May. This is Kendrick Lamar's 5th studio album and his first album in 5 years. And I love everything that Kendrick Lamar has done. I absolutely love. And this is actually one of my favorite albums of 2022 so far. There's a couple of different variants that are available of this. The copy that's on Amazon, I think, is just the standard black. It's going to run you $41. You've also got the new album by the English rock band Muse that's coming out this Friday. This is Will of the People. This is their 9th studio album, and there's 3 different versions of this album that I know that's being released. There's a standard black version that's going to run you $23. There's a red Amazon exclusive that's going to be $25, and then there's also an indie exclusive that's going to be released also. So there should be plenty of copies of this album to go around. I'll at least stream it and check it out. I'm not a huge fan of Muse, but I do like some of the stuff that they've done. This week you've also got the Lemonheads self-titled album being reissued. This was originally came out back in 2006. It's the Lemonheads' 8th studio album, and this was their first album it was a 10-year hiatus that the band had taken before this was released. So their previous album came out in '96, then this came out in 2006. So it's an album that I'm familiar with, like the early part of the Lemonheads. I've not listened to this album or anything really from that later period, but this one it's only going to run you $22 online. It's not a terrible price. And then this week you've also got Moby Play being reissued. Moby's reissued a lot of stuff over the last couple of weeks, but I think this is the last album of the series that they're releasing. This is a double LP. This originally came out back in 1999. It's it's his 5th studio album. And this was actually supposed to be Moby's last album going into this project. I think he kind of decided it was going to be it. He was going to kind of retire from doing music after that. And then Play went on to become the highest selling electronica album in history. So it was huge. There's a bunch of huge hits off this album. It's definitely probably by far, I'd say my favorite Moby album. It's going to $33 online, so definitely one that I'm going to look to pick up this week for sure. This week you've also got the New York Dolls reissuing Red Patent Leather. This is an album that came out back in 1984 and was recorded at the Little Hippodrome Club in New York City back in March of '75. New York Dolls are one of those like godfathers of New York punk in the mid '70s, and a band that I think, in my opinion, definitely deserves to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but is not. But that's a whole different subject there. But this is going to run you $27 online, and this is a French import, so I'm not sure how hard or how easy this one's going to be able to grab. The cool thing about Red Patent Leather is it is the last recording from that original lineup of the band, so that's definitely cool one to check out. You've also got Starship's Greatest Hits relaunched, being reissued this week. This is going to be on purple and black splatter. It looks really cool. This originally came out back in 2021, so just last year. It's going to $30 online. The same thing I had with the Dokken Greatest Hits. It's the same issue I've got with the Starship one. It's all re-recorded music, so unfortunately, like I said before, Dokken's a great band to have, at least for me, to have a greatest hits collection of. Starship, kind of the same way, but unfortunately, I can't get with some of this re-recorded stuff. I'll at least stream it. I know it's available on streaming services, but I'll stream it and check it out, I guess. Hopefully you're still hanging with me. It's been kind of a long list so far today, but there's 2 Slipknot releases coming out this week, and one of them is one that wasn't available. It just said unavailable on Amazon. So the first one, this is Slipknot, All Hope Is Gone. This was original release back in 2008. This is going to be coming out on orange vinyl. It's a double LP, and it's their 4th studio album. It's only $32 online. I will say that this is the one that wasn't available on Amazon, but as the time of recording this episode, it is available at my local record store, Dearborn Music. So I'll drop a link down below if you're looking forward to that album. Definitely go on there and pick it up. The next one, this is We Are Not Your Kind. This was just released back a couple of years ago, back in 2019, and this is their 6th studio album. It's going to be $30 online, and this is on light blue vinyl. So I'm kind of I'm getting more and more into Slipknot stuff. I'm just not a big heavy metal guy, but I do like some of the stuff on both of those albums. So we'll see what I decide to do if I'm going to pick them up or not. The last 2 on the list today are both Walmart exclusives that's coming out this Friday. The first one, this is Queen News of the World. Original release back in 1977. It's going to run you $26 online. I will say that I've got links for both of these Walmart exclusives down below also if you're looking forward to them. I've got the Queen box set, so I'll pass on that one just because I know I will say that I'm not really sure about this because the last Queen exclusive that they did was a half-speed master, so I'm not sure if this News of the World is going to be also. I kind of would assume so, since it seems like a lot of those individual releases from Queen have been those half-speed masters, which that's what the box set was. So like I said, I'm going to pass on that one. And then last on the list, you get Gorillaz Plastic Beach. It was originally released back in 2010. It's their 3rd studio album, and this is going to be on red vinyl. I will say the News of the World from Queen is going to be on green vinyl. So this is the Gorillaz is on red vinyl. It's going to run you $30, so not a bad price either. But I've been kind of getting more into these Walmart exclusives. They've been releasing a lot of great stuff, but I'll maybe, like I said, I'll pass on the Queen. I might grab that Gorillaz though. Well, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thanks for checking the show out. hopefully it wasn't too long of an episode. Going over 20 albums takes quite a bit of time, but I tried to go through some of those kind of quick. But drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to. Like I said, the 20 releases is actually quite a bit of stuff that I think is great that I'm definitely considering picking up this Friday. But let me know what you guys are interested in. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. That's all I got. Until next time, keep on spinning. Peace.